What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Jay Raider, co host of the Good Morning Raider Show, back at you with another video for your viewing pleasure. A clip from our most recent Saturday morning show with a very special guest, none other than Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report, in studio, chopping it up with us with some post Raider draft talk. As usual, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It does go a long way to go ahead and support the channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Enjoy. Let's go ahead and I want to go ahead and ask this question, and I want to get Mitch's take on this. What position room do you think has proved the most from this draft, from this free agency? You know, now kind of seeing more pieces being added to us. Which room do you think has improved the most?
The obvious one, I guess, is running back. Adding Ashton Genty is going to make the running back room significantly better. You got to look at wide receiver. I think wide receiver being able to add three legit receivers that add depth. Like, again, I love me some Jacoby Myers. I like Trey Tucker. Anybody besides those two names, though, going into the draft, there's no way you could tell me I had any confidence in any of those guys. Christian Wilkerson probably hates me, but he just keeps on hanging around every single time, no doubt about it. I just every year I'm like, I don't know how Wilkerson makes this roster, but he does. But now, I think legitimately our wide receiver room is much better. So I would say wide receiver and running back is probably where I would say we made the biggest strides forward.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Really quick, shout out to our guy Raider Ron with the $5 special.
Shout out. I mean, I don't know how you man. Look here, man. I said it multiple times for the draft. Our goddamn receiver room sounded like a law firm. We had Alex Bachman and Kyle Phillips. Bachman and Phillips. You could have told me right now you got in a car accident. You called Bachman and Phillips. You might go ahead and get off. but for me, bro. We had to get some type of depth in there, man. We had to get somebody of some other skill set. There's no way you could have looked in there in that receiver room and would have said, even if we would have got Ashton Genty, right? Just slotting Ashton Genty in with the receiver room how it was not going to be conducive to success. By week 6 or 7, we was going to be pissed because if somebody went down or whatever the case, bro, teams are going to do what they did last year and say, well, you're not just going to have Brock today. Brock is take him away, right? And then after that, Jacoby is Jacoby, but Jacoby, you know what I mean? Like we saw that last year. We saw what happened. So for me, I just think there needs to be more, right? There needs to be just at least one more. Now if we're playing, I always use this analogy because it's the best one. But now if we're playing like a Denver, you can't just say, well, I'm about to put Pat Surtain on Brock Bowers and that's it. Like there we go. You know what I mean? Like you can't just do that anymore. Now you have to do other things with this. You have to have different type of matchups. You can't just say I'm going to put Riley Moss with Jack Besh. Like that's not gonna work. You know what I mean? He's gonna out physical Riley Moss 10 out of 10. I don't care about none of that. Now Johnny Barrett is a different story. We're gonna talk about that. I know you probably had your own little thing about the divisions and all that because our divisions had a nice ass draft. But for me, bro, it has to be the receiver room because now you can play on different things now.
Yeah, for sure. I think same thing. I think the wide receiver room is probably the most improved, with running back really being their close second. I mean, we created so much more depth. There, like you said, it's pretty thin. Bachman and Phillips. That's literally what we had before this free agency and draft started. And now look at us now. You know, we literally added 3 more pieces to our room. And talking about the running back room. Ashton Genty, I think enough said right there. Somebody to go ahead and compliment Moser. Mind you, we still have, Zamir White, Sincere McCormick, still being in the part of that room, and those are depth pieces that we're going to utilize when, we need somebody to go ahead and
come. I like them way better as depth. Yeah, I like them way better as depth.
They're not our starters. They're not our day one guys. So, I definitely like that. And it's kind of still being on that boat. What positions do you guys still think that need to be filled?
To Raider Ron. Raider Ron is our biggest donor over on the Raiders Report. That's my guy right there. That's my guy right there. Literally, if you guys ever see me, I got RR tattooed on my leg. That's because of that guy right there.
There you go.
So, yeah, crazy mother effer. I promise you that. No, he's got to be down bad right now. He's a Warriors fan, and that series is going to 7.
Oh, no,
bro,
man.
I feel
we out
you.
here on the West with the Lakers, man, so don't worry. He'll join us in a little bit if that's the case, man. Yep. He'll join us soon.
Chugs is a Rockets fan, so he's been talking hella shit on our streams. Hella shit. But I would say the positions that still need to be filled, free safety to me is, it's got, like, again, I like Isaiah Paul-Lamau, but if you told me Isaiah Paul-Lamau is our safety 3, I would feel way better about this defense, where if I can go out and get a Julian Blackmon, if I could go out and get like a Justin Simmons, relationships are really important to this team. Quandre Diggs is somebody who's really close with Pete Carroll through his times with Seattle. But true free safety, we don't really have one. And again, that's not a knock on Isaiah Paul-Lamau. Now, this is a defense that is extremely physical, extremely long, extremely athletic, and if you're able to get pressure with 4, it's going to be tough, I think, for teams to run on us and really beat us in that 10 to 20 yard gap. Beyond that, though, I am really scared, because there were times last season where teams would pick on Isaiah Paul-Lamau, and it's just his strong suit is being that third safety, playing up near the box, playing up near the line of scrimmage. If you're asking him to drop back into coverage on a regular basis, I actually don't think that you're using him to his strong suit. The other position that I would say we got to add is linebacker, and there's a lot of Amari Burney, hell of an athlete. Amari Gaynor, much better of a linebacker than we get credit for. Devin White, I think, is probably more suited to be an edge at this point of his career than just being a every down linebacker. But Landon Roberts, I would say, is the only pure starter that we have. And Landon Roberts is a very middle of the road linebacker. Now, he's a hell of a run stopper. Landon Roberts is the type of linebacker that I am when I play Madden. I haven't played Madden since I was probably 15, but it was just nothing but hit stick. I'm coming down the lane, I'm hit stick. That's Landon Roberts. We need a coverage linebacker. The problem is, though, there's not many great coverage linebackers out there. Kaiser White, Juwan Bentley, maybe along those lines, and then nickel. Nickel corner is the other position that scares me quite a bit, because we need a nickel corner.
Yeah, I've said it, as you point to safeties, man, I've said that for months. I'm like, I love, and that was my whole thing with Trayvon Merrick coming in too, right? Where I was like, I like Trayvon Merrick, and we have to replace, if we're going to say, okay, we're going to pay Paul-Lamau and all that, I would pay Paul-Lamau to be my strong safety. But the whole time I was like, hey, Javon Holland, at least Javon Holland he's a real freak, right? He'll go out there, he'll play that center field. Now you got Jeremy Chin, where it's now, I like the length, of course. I like the aggressiveness, but now I look at two dudes where I'll say they're better off in the box. They are. Both of them are better off down closer, playing down in the box. We still need that guy that can play the Roman free. Now, do they have that in the room? Maybe they think they do. I don't know. We'll see as it goes forward. But I don't necessarily see that. So I necessarily think, we do got to get that, like you said. Linebacker for me, though, it's very nasty right now, right? Linebacker is dirty. After Landon Roberts, there's nothing in there, right? I know people, really, there isn't. I know people love Devin White. I get it, but we have to understand now. I ain't seen Devin White be good since I was in college. I have a whole ass kid now. We have to understand these things, bro. We can't just snap our fingers and say it's about to be 2019 again, and all of a sudden we seeing Devin White do what he did. He's been on 3 teams since then. You feel what I'm saying? So. It's not bro, we've seen this.
Bowl champs.
You feel teams where he's been beat out by younger dudes. It's not bro, he has not been there. He's got signed and got beat out by younger competition already. So hopefully this is the spot where we say, yeah, bro, hopefully this is the spot we say he figures it out and does all that. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. We still gotta understand reality. So Eichenberg, we gotta hope one of these younger dudes in this room takes a step. Eichenberg, Burney, Gaynor, like you're saying, we have to hope that they do, because if they don't, we're screwed, dog. We're screwed back there, because Landon Roberts, like you said, is the only guy that's gonna really get in there, stick his nose like we know. But then off of that, teams are gonna know, bullshit. If we block up the front line, we're gonna have all day, because these linebackers can't cover worth a damn. So at that point, bro, we're gonna get killed in the middle again, like we usually are every year. So I'm already preparing myself for it this year, dog. We're going to tight ends going stupid across the middle and shit. I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I say linebacker, that nickel position
Nickel
as well.
is bad too.
Nickel is
Darnay
bad
Holmes
too.
is the starter to me. I saw they had
Right at the
Jacory listed
moment.
there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they put Jacory in the nickel, dog, like, come on, dog. Like, I don't like that. I mean, I get it because they like their long corners on the outside and all that extra, and he's not that like long like the Camryn and all these other guys, but I just don't know if that's the best skill set. I don't know if we should be doing that. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, you got potential guys that you can go ahead and pick up in free agency. You know, as far as linebacker, you got Mosley out there.
Mike Hill had a good pickup.
I heard Jermaine Pratt was gonna get released soon. I don't know how y'all feel about Jermaine.
Our best linebacker, you know.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah. So I think
those are Pratt the same way I would Roberts.
Yeah. I know we talked about Jalen Ramsey not too long ago, but he's not in need no more.
Nah.
I don't think. Now, if you still got Jalen Ramsey, I ain't gonna be mad at all. I'll say, fuck it.
Definitely.
I ain't gonna be mad at
with
all.
open arms for sure.
You put him at safety.
Oh, see, now we're talking. Now you talk about the third safety. I trust Jalen Ramsey doing that 100%. 100% doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Ramsey can play. I still think he's good enough to play corner in the NFL, but you know, you do sometimes see these guys that are just these truly athletic specimens. Like Charles Woodson's a great example of that. Patrick Peterson, most recently, he did it with Pittsburgh, where he was like, you know what, I still got it up here, and I'm still a damn good athlete to go out there and do it. I might not just be good enough to play corner like I want to in the NFL. So if you can drop me back at free safety and be a coverage guy, again, like I don't know if that's what you do. Like, do you trade probably a 4th round pick and pay Jalen Ramsey $21.1 million to be your free safety? I don't know. I would have just said go out and give Javon Holland 3 for $45 like the Giants did.
Right. I mean, you said Justin Simmons. That was another guy I definitely take a look at if we can do
Justin Simmons would be the top 2 guys I would go out and get. If I was a betting man, I think Quandre Diggs will be an interesting player just because of his Pete Carroll connection.